Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. On today's video, I am going to share with you how you can convert 15,000 rupee investment a month into 1 crore rupee in a matter of 10 years. This is not a clickbait. I am going to show you real strategies on how you can actually do it. Please watch the video till the very end. Otherwise, you will only understand half the stuffs, only half the strategies and incorporate half the things. And it will not lead to any results. Listen to this video very carefully and also hit the like button. That will make me super happy. It will educate more people because the video will get out to more and more people about financial education. So let's get started. Let me start by telling you a very grim but a real story about Adolf Hitler. Now you would say, Akshat, you have gone crazy. On one hand, you are talking about helping us make money and now you are talking about Adolf Hitler. There is a method to this madness. Hear me out. So, the story is very simple and very short. So, Adolf Hitler, when he was 30 years old, up until the time he was 30 in his early 30s, he was a failed artist, right? He tried painting and he had literally no luck in painting and becoming a painter, and he used to struggle even for survival. But then, he turned his life around. For good or bad, for the world bad, for him maybe good. He was a psychopath, that's a different story altogether. But the intent behind this story is very simple, that if a crazy person like Adolf Hitler can believe in himself that he can one day become the ruler of a very powerful nation, then you and I should at least believe in the narrative that, hey, I can pick up my money and convert it. Because if you don't believe that you can actually become rich, then you will not become rich and you will look at everything with pessimism. Let me give you an example of that. For example, we imagine that, hey, if I invest via mutual fund routes, I will make more money compared to if I were to invest my own money myself. Why do we have this narrative? Because we imagine that, hey, mutual fund manager is an expert. He or she knows how to invest my money and he or she will invest my money on my behalf and give me excellent returns. When you hear people like me giving you rational arguments that no, your mutual fund, generally speaking, will not give you more than nifty returns. But if you yourself go and invest money in the stock market, you can make 15-20% return. You will look at me with skepticism. Okay, so let me explain you the theory behind it, that why does that happen. Hopefully that will convince you and then we will start the video. The reason why a mutual fund manager will not help you make more than the nifty return is very, very simple. Because your mutual fund manager is trying to beat the nifty. That's it, right? Or Sensex. Why? Because it's like, imagine yourself to be in class 10th. Okay. Now you get 90% marks and you show your report card to your parents. What will your parents say? The parents will say that, okay, hey, great job, Akshat. Now in class 11, score 95%. Then you get 95%. In class 11th, you work hard. Now in class 12th, let's imagine that you get 89%. Then what will your parents say? 89% are good, right? At least in my zamana, it used to be good. My parent would say that, hey, you know what? You scored like in class 10th, you scored 90%. Then next year, you scored 95%. 89% marks are very low. This is generally how mutual fund managers also work, you being the parent there. So what you would say is, last year you gave me 20% return. This year you gave me 25% return. And next year you have to give me 30% return. If not, I'll pull my money out. So therefore, mutual fund managers set very realistic expectations. They don't want to beat the market. That's the simple bottom line. And that is the reason why you first and foremost need to believe in the fact that you yourself can generate 15-20% return in the stock market on your own. If you don't believe in this narrative that you can actually generate 15-20% return, then the math will not add up. Okay, which brings us to the second part, which is the how to convert 15,000 rupee monthly investment into a 1 crore portfolio at the end of the 10th year. So there is a rule called as 15-15-15. It simply means that if you invest 15,000 rupees for a period of 15 years at a growth rate of 15% per year, you will end up with more than 1 crore. So let me show you the math. Okay, here we are looking at a monthly SIP of 15,000 and we are imagining a rate of 15% for a period of 15 years. So this gives us a total value of 1.01 CR. Now you would say, Akshat, you made a mistake on the video. You said 15,000 invested at 15% interest for a period of 10 years. That gives you 1 crore. So I still stick by it because see, this is the additional money that you're putting in the stock market. It's not as if that you will give up your job completely. So in that 10-year period, you will also have some kind of earning income. So I'm imagining that you will at least be earning 2.5, 3 lakhs from your primary job. This is the amount that you're investing, right? You're investing 15 lakhs. In 10 years time, so let me take you back to the math. So in 10 years time, through investment, you will be making 42 lakhs and you will also be making money through your primary job because in a year, I'm assuming you will be making 5-6 lakhs plus you will make this additional income that I'm going to speak subsequently about, that you will put in the stock market to grow that. So I hope the math is clear that in 10 years, you can actually become a crorepati. If you keep on doing your primary job, you don't need to earn massively like 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees a month, something like that, basic income, plus explore other sources of income. Up to what point? Up to only 15,000. If you can make through additional sources of income, put that in the stock market, grow it at 15% for a period of 10 years. Okay, which brings us to the next point. Now, in order for this math to add up, two things need to happen. One, you need to generate additional income. Again, stressing on the word additional income of 15,000 rupees a month so that you can put that money directly into the stock market and grow it at 15%. Plus, your money needs to grow at 15%. So let me talk about both these points separately. Now, how do you make 15,000 of additional income along with your full-time job? Okay, so first and foremost is that you create a digital business. Of course, I'm not saying that go and create like a factory and go buy a land and build a plot and all that stuff. No, nothing like that. Go start a digital business. Can you make 15,000 from it? Easily. Anyone can do it. So what type of digital businesses am I speaking about? I'm talking about starting your t-shirt making business. I'm talking about starting your courses. I'm talking about writing on LinkedIn. This type of basic digital business that you can start. Or writing your ebook if you're a subject matter expert. Now you would say, Akshat, okay, you know what? A lot of people have been advising me. I keep hearing YouTubers talking about this all day long. But there are hosts of struggle that I'll have to go through. Correct? And there are 3 types of struggle that you will go through here as someone who has built multiple digital businesses. So please listen to this section very carefully. You might get some very good ideas. First and foremost, the first thing that you will struggle in terms of building digital business is idea, right? You might struggle that, you know what, I don't know about t-shirt making. I don't know about like book writing. I don't know about this and that. Okay. Now, there is an exercise called as ideation. This is something that I learned during my time at INSEAD Business School also. So, our professor made us do and write ideas and you have to do it under a certain framework. So, this is a 3-step framework. You need to ask yourself 3 questions. First question is that, hey, what am I good at? Are you good at programming? Are you good at coding? Are you good at writing? Are you good at graphic designing? Whatever it is, right? So what am I good at? This is the first part of this framework. Second part is that what can I execute? For example, you might be great at painting, but if you don't know how to sell your paintings, that hobby will not help you get money. So you must understand that, okay, if I'm a painter, can I make like 10 paintings, 15 paintings a month to sell, right? And do the math behind it that, hey, can I make 15,000 from this particular business or not? So do that. So it means that you're able to execute this. You know what you're good at. Second part of the framework is that can you execute this? That can you paint? Can you churn out 15 paintings a month if you're selling every painting at 1,000 rupees? Third is, are buyers or customers going to pay money for this? So 3 parts of the framework. What are you good at? Coding, writing, whatever. Second part, execution. Do you have the time to make 15 paintings, hypothetically speaking? Third, can you find customers for it? So these are 3 things that need to intersect, and the intersection point should tell you which ideas will work versus not. Now, all of us are good at multiple things. So map out your skills and create a winning idea. So it could be 3 or 4 ideas that you can experiment with. And also, please define a baseline. You just need to make 15,000 a month from that idea, right? This is literally the first step. The second thing that you will face challenge is the execution. For example, if you're trying to start a t-shirt printing business. Now, you might be a good entrepreneur, you might have a little bit of printing space, but you might need a printing facility to print the t-shirt. I don't know, I haven't experimented in t-shirt printing business, but I hope you get the message that you would need like some kind of a machine to do the printing, the t-shirt printing. You might need some warehousing space, then you'll need to figure out logistics, bunch of different things. So figure out if you can execute such an idea, because you might have really creative designs in terms of your t-shirt printing business, but if you can't execute it, then getting into this idea might be a bad option for you. Other limitations could be capital. For example, if you want to start your t-shirt printing business, you might need to pay commissions to a logistics company. So are you able to understand that? So do a basic cost analysis and figure out the first 10 units that you're going to solve. Are you going to make money in it or not? If you're not making money on it, if you go and speak with a logistics company and they say that, hey, we will only ship your products if you print 1,000 t-shirts and give it to us, then don't incur a massive loss by printing 1,000 units. And if you can't find buyers, right? So this is very important for you to understand that start organic businesses. Figure out if you can execute that or not. Another important sub point here is that you need to make a call that, hey, do you want to do a business which is team based or which is individual like? For example, when I'm speaking in front of you in terms of YouTube, I can do this alone. I have a manager who helps me. I have a bunch of editors who help me. But bottom line is that when I started out, I was alone in this journey. So Are you someone who will be willing to work with a team, or are you capable enough to work on your own? You need to make that call. This is again a very important decision point. Now, I'm not giving you a foolproof solution because I can keep talking about it for an hour, and even then all the points will not get covered, but I hope you get the central message that please be aware of the execution side. Third comes distribution. Now, distribution means that, hey, you have your skill ready, you have started your t-shirt printing business, you can execute it, so you have printed t-shirts, you have figured out the supply chain, how to get your t-shirt to customers. Distribution means that how are you going to find customers? Now this becomes easy, and one tip that I would give you here is that if, for example, you are starting a chocolate business, if you are starting your t-shirt business, if you are writing your ebook writing business, if you are writing content-based business, go and find influencers, write nice messages to them, take a look at my networking course. It's free, completely free. You can take a look at it, learn from it, go be nice to influencers and ask them to feature your products, right? That can give you initial traction and distribution. So I hope this helps you understand that, hey, what additional business you can build, how you can execute it, and how you can sell your product. So this gives you 15,000 rupees a month. Now you would say, Akshat, you know what? I have a very hectic job. I can't build a business. It just sounds too headache oriented for me. Are there any simpler ideas that you can talk about? Okay, so rather than starting a digital business, assist someone in their digital business. Why? Because you can do this work remotely. For example, I hire a lot of interns, I hire a lot of full-time employees who work with me now, and most of my work is remote, right? For example, I hire digital assistants, I hire a bunch of different people. Now, please don't message me that, hey, saying that, hey, Akshat, you need to hire me. I will announce the vacancies whenever available, but I'm just trying to plant an idea that there are a lot of people like me who are okay doing remote work. For example, it can be simple stuff like video editing. It can be simple stuff like graphic designing. It could be a bunch of different things. You don't need to go and start your entire portfolio on that. For example, a lot of editors have been reaching out to me that, hey, Akshat, we love your video. We would love to edit your videos. Then I hired 1 or 2 editors from there. Similarly, a lot of people reach out to me. They say that, hey, Akshat, you write like really good content. Is there any way I can assist you? So I have hired some people for research. So I keep on doing this stuff, and there are a lot of people in the market who look for this kind of help. Important point on how to get these type of jobs. You need to reach out to them. And again, please don't experiment with me. I'm the one teaching you these techniques. So reach out to those people, tell them if you can help them out, and if they want your help, they will definitely reach out. So this is a simple play. Again, it can help you make 15,000 rupees a month very, very easily working from the comfort of your house. Okay, now comes part B that, okay, now you are making 15,000 rupees a month. Now you will put that and start investing in the stock market. Now there will be 2 categories of people here. They will say that, you know what, this is the first time I'm hearing about stock market. I'm a beginner. I'm like very, very scared. What if I take a loss? This, that. Okay, no problem. If you're an absolute beginner, you don't have time to learn about stock market. You don't know much about stock market. Better thing is that rather than keeping that money in your fixed deposits or in your savings account, which hardly gives you, like, savings account give 2% and fixed deposit gives 6%. Rather than keeping your money there, give that money to mutual fund managers. It's fine. Okay. Even if they are not beating the market, at least they are giving you 10% return, right? So go with that. Not a problem. At least they are giving you 10-12% return. No problem. Please do not buy hybrid mutual funds. Do Nifty based investing. That is the best. I will put some links in the description box. Check them out. I had made a separate video on Nifty investing. Please watch it. Otherwise, you will lose a lot of money in terms of commission. So that is for absolute beginners. Second, for people who are interested in learning about stock market, please learn about it. I have been saying it for months now on my channel. The reason is very simple, that if you are giving your money to mutual fund managers, they are growing it at 10-12%. If you can grow your money at 15-16%, there is a huge difference, right? In your entire investing career of 35-40 years, that 3% return right now might look very small, but over a horizon of 35-40 years, that is massive. That crores and crores of difference. So please keep that point in mind. Now, final thing would be that, hey, Akshat, you know what? Stock markets are very risky. I don't know how to think about it because I keep on hearing that people take a lot of loss. Now, again, I can do like a 1-hour discussion on it and it will not end. But here is an important thought that I will leave you with. So let's say that you invest 100 rupees in the stock market and there can be 2 scenarios that play out. Okay. Scenario 1 would be that your money grows by 10%. So what will that 100 rupee become next year? It will become 110. Now what happens the year after that? It grows by 10%. So 10% of 110 is 11 rupees. So it becomes 121, right? So in 2 years, from 100 rupees, you go to 121 rupee at a 10% growth. Now let's imagine the reverse scenario that you lose at 10%. So initially you had 100 rupees. Then next year it becomes 91. Then next year it becomes what? So 91 minus 9.1, it becomes 81.9. So what is the total loss? It is approximately 18%. But if scenario A played out, you made 21%. That is the power of compounding, that you don't need to win even 50% of the bets to make money in the stock market. This simple concept should tell you the power of stock markets and compounding, and it works in such an intuitive fashion. So I hope this video helped you learn about how to make money in a very simple fashion and how to invest money in a very simple fashion so that you can become a crorepati in the next 10 years. I wish you the best, and let me know if you found this video to be useful. Would appreciate if you can give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and I will see you the next time.